Greetings to all of you. I want to talk about the upcoming new moon on November 20th. This will be a new moon in Scorpio. And let's look at the chart. As you can see, the new moon will be at 28 degrees of Scorpio and part of this stellium in Scorpio with Mercury, Venus, and also Black Moon Lilith. As we experience this new moon in Scorpio, it's calling us to dive deep, to be taking time at the time of the new moon, to be meditating, to be tuning in to our deeper emotions, to reflect on the way that this is a time of alchemy, of transformation that we're in. We're in this time where we've exited the Kali Yuga as of last March. And as Kelly Kolodny talks about with her channeling of Angel Raphael, we're in this time of gestation, of preparing to give birth to new ways of being at the time of the solstice in December. So, this 9-month period from the end of the Kali Yuga and the beginning of this transition time, March 2025, to December 21st, 2025, that time of the solstice, is a powerful time for us to be in this time of reflection as we're releasing the paradigms of the past and we're in this liminal time preparing to birth new ways of being individually and collectively, new ways of being human, new ways of being in relationship with ourselves and each other. So I think this Scorpio new moon is supporting us in looking at what we need to release, what we're needing to let die as we're in this transformational time, preparing for this time of new birth at the solstice in December. It's also significant that this new moon is a part of a grand water trine. You can see it's trining Neptune and Saturn in Pisces and Jupiter in Cancer. So it's a fluid time, a watery time, again, a time where we may be conscious of waves of emotions coming up for us. Allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling and honor the emotions that are coming up. Use that to meditate on what are you experiencing? What are you needing to be aware of? What are you needing to allow yourself to release, to let dissolve Pisces, Neptune and Pisces, as we're moving through this transition time? And let Jupiter in Cancer help you hold compassion for yourself and for others, to be having faith in this transition time that we're in, to know that we are dissolving the past in order to open to new ways of being. Neptune and Saturn are supporting us in releasing what we need to release, to be preparing for their movement back into Aries and their exact conjunction on February 20th, 2026, at 0 degrees of Aries, calling us into the new forms and how we're moving towards beginning to manifest them. So we're in this powerful liminal transition time. And I think this opposition with Uranus is guiding us to have clarity about what we need to set ourselves free from and to be opening to the insights that are coming to us as we're allowing ourselves to meditate, to go deep within, to be in this transformational time. It's significant that all three outer planets will be in aspect to this new moon. An out of sign sextile with Pluto, the planet of transformation, guiding us into this deep inner process. Neptune, Uranus. Remember that these transpersonal planets guide us into other ways of knowing. So I believe that at the time of this new moon, not only are we called to go within, to be in our own deep inner process, to be paying attention to the feelings that are coming up, to what's needing to be released. But I also think we're going to feel heightened times of intuition, of sensitivity, of awareness of the energies and emotions going on around us. Uranus gives us flashes of clarity, guides us through synchronicities, is supporting us in attuning to the guidance that's there for us, the clarity that can come to us in those moments when we open to our connection to the cosmic consciousness, open to our connection to spirit. So I encourage you to take quiet time at the time of this new moon. If we're too distracted and we're caught up in the busyness of our lives and our activity, then we can override the energies that this new moon is calling us into, which is to be in stillness, to go within, to be in a deep inner process of transformation, and to be opening to the deeper guidance that's there for us as we're moving through this transformational time. With Black Moon Lilith in such a close conjunction with the sun and moon, this may also be a time where you're getting clarity. Again, Black Moon Lilith is also opposite Uranus about the closest relationships in your life, and particularly your committed love relationship or partnership. Is that truly mutual? Is that in balance? Remember, Black Moon Lilith supports us in remembering the wisdom of what it means to be in sacred relationship, in true, deep intimacy, mutuality, mutual respect. So I think that this time of the new moon is not only a time to be reflecting on your relationship with yourself and your own deeper process, but your closest relationships and being supported to get that clarity about what may be out of balance and how you can honor that deeper understanding of being in true mutual relationship. I also think that part of how this new moon is guiding us to reflect on our relationship with ourselves and our relationship with others is because Venus has now moved under the beams of the sun. Remember, any planet that is within 13 degrees of the sun becomes invisible and is merging with the energy of the sun. And Venus went under the beams of the sun around November 14th. Interestingly, both Venus and Mars are moving into conjunction with the sun, into that superior conjunction. Mars will be disappearing from view around November 18th. So by the time of this new moon, both Venus and Mars, as you can see, are now under the beams of the sun, have disappeared from view. And I see this as a time where they're in their transformational process, being purified by that energy of the sun. Venus is in its superior conjunction, so it's not between the earth and the sun. That's the inferior conjunction. It's now, from our earth perspective, on the backside of the sun, outside the sun. And I see this as a time when Venus is communing with the stars, is in this deep time of meditation and reflection. It's a time to be in our with are reflections on our deep relationships, our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with others. But I think in an even deeper way, when Venus is in that superior conjunction with the sun, it's a time to reflect on our connection with Source and where we are in our relationship with cosmic consciousness, with being in alignment with our soul selves, and with Mars moving now under the beams of the sun. It's guiding us to look at our actions and how are our actions, what we're doing, how we are expressing ourselves in the world. Is that in alignment with our soul selves? So, this is such a time for Venus and Mars to be in their own time of reflection and purification. And think how profound it is that these two planets have had their experience, their encounter with Three Eye Atlas. Three Eye Atlas made its closest pass to Mars on October 3rd and to Venus on November 3rd. And Three Eye Atlas then had its perihelion and seeded its energy into the sun on October 29th. And now, as Venus and Mars go into their deep connection with the sun, they're being bathed in that energy of Three Eye Atlas and in their own transformational process. And I do believe that energy of Three Eye Atlas is the energy of love, is the energy calling us to awaken and come back into connection with cosmic consciousness, to come back into connection with Source. So these planets and our sense of self is so in this time of clarification, purification, transformation to support us in awakening and healing and being more fully in alignment with our soul selves, to be living in our relationships and in our actions from that deep connection with Source and cosmic consciousness. The Sabian symbol for 28 degrees of Scorpio, the meaning of that symbol, and I want to give you the meaning both from Rudyard's understanding of the Sabian symbols and Elias Lonsdale's Chandra symbols. But the Sabian symbol, the meaning of it is about love as a principle for redemption. How are we being bathed in that energy of the love of the cosmos to be in our own transformational process? And in the Chandra symbols, the meaning of this degree, the symbolism is an umbilical cord. It's guiding us to look at what are we attached to. We come into this life with that umbilical cord connection to our biological mother. She is the source of our nurturance, our sustenance, our very life. And this degree in the Chandra symbols is saying, reflect deeply on how your attachments change in your journey, your evolution of consciousness. Look at what you attach to as the source for your sustenance, for your life, for your own growth. And is it something that is feeding and nurturing your true self, your soul self? Or is it an attachment that is destructive, that's pulling you out of balance? And ultimately, as we're in this Scorpio energy, we're being called to attach ourselves to Source, to cosmic consciousness, to that unified field of love and wisdom that is in us and around us and guiding us to live in alignment with our soul self. to be a part of infinity. Let's look now at where this new moon is in the sky on November 20th. So while the sun and moon are at 28 degrees of Scorpio in the tropical zodiac chart, when we look at where the sun and moon are in the sky on November 20th, you can see that the sun, moon, and Mercury are all here in the stars of Libra at the level of the scales of Libra. And Venus is under the beams of the sun and is here at the fulcrum of the scales of Libra. And here is Mars, very close to the royal star Antares, the heart of the Scorpion in the constellation Scorpius. So I think it's interesting that the focus of this new moon is guiding our attention to the stars of Libra and the scales. In mythology, these scales of Libra are very associated with the ancient Egyptian goddess Ma'at. Ma'at is the one who meets us at the time of our death and puts our heart in in one scale and her feather in the other scale, looking at, is our heart as light as a feather, or is it weighed down with what's unresolved, with regrets, with guilt, with trauma, with grief, with suffering? Are we caught in disharmony within ourselves? So this new moon is asking us to dive deep into our own inner awareness, to be examining our own hearts, and to look at what may be weighing us down, what may be unresolved, what's needing to be released and dissolved, what's needing to heal in order for us to move more into a lightness of being. And again, with Venus at the fulcrum, are our relationships in balance or out of balance? Allow yourself to reflect on what you need to clear to more fully open your heart to compassion for yourself and others. And with Mars conjunct Antares, the heart of the Scorpion, again, that's the energy of transformation, alchemy, supporting us to allow ourselves to reflect on how our actions may be ways of coping with what's out of balance for us emotionally or our inner conflicts. How are we clearing those ways of coping or acting that are out of balance, that are destructive, harmful to ourselves or others, to be in this time of healing, purification, transformation, alchemy? And again, Mars and Venus under the beams of the sun are in the phase of their own synodic journey where they are in a balsamic phase. They are coming to the end of their cycle together. So as they're in this time of moving into conjunction with the sun, in their own time of healing and purification and alchemy, they're also ending a cycle together to be beginning a new cycle when they emerge into view in March. And this ending of a cycle with Mars and Venus is about releasing our attachments to what no longer serves us. It is about honoring our deeper awareness that our relationships and our actions are meant to be in alignment with our soul self, coming from our deep connection with Source, remembering that we are soul selves having this human experience, and that this time that we're in is about reflecting on that and releasing ways that we get overly attached to this third dimensional reality, to come back into that awareness that we are here having this journey of evolution and growth on the planet, and that we here on Earth right now are in this profound time of change and the possibility of an evolutionary leap. I encourage you, if you haven't listened to it already, to listen to my conversation with Keone Hanalei, where he is talking about how profound it is that we are in this time where we as humanity can be making this quantum leap. This is the meaning of this profound time that we're in as we've exited the Kali Yuga last March. We're moving towards this time of rebirth at the solstice, December 21st. And I think it's very significant that 3i Atlas makes its final pass by Jupiter on just a few days before the equinox, March 2026. So this year's period of time from the last March equinox to this next March equinox is such a profound time of death, rebirth, of allowing ourselves to be in this incredible time of transformation, of dissolving the ways of the past, the paradigms of the past, letting go of these ways that we've been out of balance, in disharmony, personally as well as collectively, how we are being guided to absorb the energies of love and wisdom coming to us from the cosmos, getting activated by this interstellar being, 3i Atlas, being activated by these solar energies and galactic energies coming to us from the sun, from the galactic center, to support us in awakening, to support us in seeing who we are in our true selves, that we are fractal expressions of cosmic consciousness. We are a part of infinity. And we are an integration of these energies of Venus and Mars, of the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine. We can move into wholeness and reclaim that inner harmony, to be in right relationship with ourselves, in right relationship with each other, in harmony with the energies of the cosmos. So I encourage you at the time of this new moon, it is an important time to take quiet time, be in stillness, step out of the busyness and hecticness of your life. Allow yourself to pull back from the distractions of the chaos that's unfolding in the world and the distractions of social media and the news that can get us caught up in fear or feeling overwhelmed. Let this be a time to go inward, to tune into your heart, to feel whatever you're feeling and attune to where you may be out of balance or out of harmony. What are you needing to release that's weighing down your heart? What patterns are you in that are out of balance? Let that energy of Uranus bring you clarity to support you in setting yourself free from what you need to release, what you need to let die in order to be in this time of healing, this time of alchemy, where we're in these energies burning away what no longer serves us, to bring us into the true gold of who we are, our true selves, our alignment with our soul selves and with cosmic consciousness. This is such a profound time, and it means allowing ourselves to be in the mystery, in the not knowing, to trust that we are being supported in this time of transition to move into a new birth, new ways of being. But we need to allow ourselves to go within, to be in this deep time of reflection, of healing, of transformation, to open to the energies that are there for us, to support us in attaching ourselves to the love and wisdom of the cosmos, not to the distractions around us or to the things that give us a false sense of security or sustenance. But how do we align with those deeper energies of source, to be letting that be what nurtures us and sustains us and then guides us in how we are in relationship with ourselves and others and how we act and express ourselves in the world. So allow yourself to honor this deep time of inner work and transformation at the time of this new moon. And may we support each other in being in that time of reflection together, to be in the mystery, in this chrysalis time where we are letting dissolve the old identifications and ways of the past in preparation for this new birth, this emergence of our new selves that will begin to take shape and form at the time of the solstice in December. Blessings and love to all of you. Blessed be.